4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We're live.
yeah. Hello, this is Thomas and Ollie coming to you
Hello.
live from somewhere on planet Earth. Flat Earth with, with people in the society all around the globe. But it's good to be back. Last time we had to skip. Actually, not skip. We danced because I was in Copenhagen with my wife, and so no time to go live in the Hangout. And it's been a while since I talked to Ollie, so as usual, we are a bit late. But it's good.
Nice.
Been good to talk to you a bit, Ollie. And
nice to be here again, yeah.
Yeah, and let's start with the usual shout out to ET Let's Talk, Free, everybody else, the CE-5 initiative. And I would also like to do a shout out to the people I've been doing some interesting Zoom meetings with, and we will talk about that in a bit. But it's good to be here, and we are still here. And once again, looks like the movement is growing slowly but surely.
What happened? What happened? Tell me about this summit. You started before we started this live session. You started to tell me a little bit about what was the summit, when was it, where was it, who was there, what happened. Come on.
Yeah. Well, this is a thing I was invited to join in.
From who?
I will share in a second, but I've been taking part with something called ECERN, the Extraterrestrial Civilization Research Scientific Group, something let me Extraterrestrial Civilization Scientific Research Network. To be quite
okay.
Yes, and they are a group of scientists, artists from all walks of life, all around the globe, actually. But it has been organized in Germany, actually, by Alfred.
Where?
And in Germany.
Yeah, in which city?
So, yeah. But this idea is to start what Ollie and we've been often talking about, an exchange between us and all the kind of extraterrestrial civilizations that are out there to use consciousness and telepathy, if you like, to
have a talk. To have a talk. Yeah,
and this has been very intense and amazingly positive experience, and also I must say I'm.
Was everybody trained on this issue, or how did they start? Were there some basic stuff, or?
This was actually, you know, for experienced experience, if you might say.
Okay. Okay.
Also, you could also take there's a very, how should I say, intense training course in this. It's a 4-hour YouTube video training program. Running along with that.
Okay.
And I've been doing this twice. I think the first was in September. Oh, October. Actually, 22nd, the day after I was in Copenhagen, I think we did this.
Okay.
I can't remember the first date, actually. And then I did the second on November 4th, and a totally amazing experience with, as I said, I never joined in a Zoom meeting with so many people with so interesting abilities, we might say, and experiences.
Yeah.
It has been really, really interesting, but I'm going to share just from the website just a bit and try to explain what's going on. But the Zoom meetings are actually available on YouTube, and it's also on the.
Yeah, give some links. Give some links. Yeah. Give some links.
I put some links on the ET our how do you call it? On our YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
From where we are live, where we're streaming from now. On that channel,
Okay, down, under the video, there will be the links. Okay, cool.
They're already there. So,
Mhm.
but it's hours and hours and hours. So you have to be
Have
patient
time.
and have time.
Yeah.
It took 4 hours, the last training session. So it's pretty
Well, it's
intense. But I'll share the screen now with
mhm.
the website. I have to go this, and then I have to do like this, and then I have to do like this.
Yes, I see it.
You should be able to see this. This
Yeah.
is the website of ECSRN,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of really interesting information here. But what you also can see is they have these so-called telepathy centers. Oh, sorry. There you
What
go.
is this? Is this a
This
real
is the
center, like a house?
these are the centers already established, more or less, around the world.
Cool.
So, but there's also a lot of people not on the map yet. You could say this is all, groups of people or individuals taking part in this, and it's really interesting. I was amazed by the organization they did and the work that they've done to do this is to pull us together. It's really amazing.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Such
and
groups
here's
make it easier for people to get in touch with it.
yeah, but this is, I would say, this is for the more advanced experiencer, or it could be for
No, I would say it's easier for children.
perhaps yes, but you need the time to put
Yeah,
into this.
as an adult, you need more practice to get into this new constructs of belief and consciousness to open your
Exactly,
filters. As a
exactly.
child, you need a half an hour or something like that, and you're into
Oh, absolutely. And this, as you can see,
information
there's a lot of information to hear, and there's also
and
a contact
tutors. Okay.
exactly for around these are contact information for the people running the telepathy centers all around the world, so you can get in contact
Hmm.
directly. But also, I would say, you you should really do join the Zoom meetings and stuff like that to get the full
Yeah.
picture of
Experience.
what they're working with, and also get the training and the experience. It's really amazing. I think there's a lot of experiences who haven't done this kind of this type of communications, because this is also with everything around you, rather than just trying to make contact out there. So, but that has been
Okay.
really interesting, and I'm gonna come back because I want to, you know, tell about the experience we talked about beforehand. Because in the first Zoom meeting, after the meeting, there was a lot of stuff going on outside as well, and I was really excited about that. And I thought I would call my wife and ask her, because she was down south from here, quite a while, some far away. So I
Hmm.
called her and asked, is the stuff going on down there? Because we often share these experiences. She goes, no, there's not much happening here tonight.
Hmm.
And I was seeing zoomies and large craft, and I had a lot of blinks and stuff. And I talked
Okay.
to my wife about a conversation I had during the Zoom meeting with some other people in England,
Yeah.
and we're talking about he was high voltage magnetism, stuff like that,
Okay.
which I think has to do with propulsion systems,
Hmm.
perhaps.
Okay.
Could have something to do with it. And when I was talking to my wife about them on the outside, and I said, and I was talking to this young scientist in England, and I think, because I'm not a scientist, but I think what's going on has to do with propulsion.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I said that word, a craft, assuming, you know, like a star, shooting star, but not a shooting star, flew by really, really close and drained my cell phone
Yeah,
from battery.
from full to empty.
And it even how should I say? I could hear it in my end. And I
Yeah,
asked Julia, "Could you hear that? You know, oh
yeah,
my God, could you hear that?" And she goes, "No, I didn't hear anything. I don't see anything." But that was really, really amazing.
nice.
So we had some pretty good experiences here going on.
It's again the experience for you to go on in this stuff and to believe and to do work on whatever the others say you're a crazy guy. Yeah, we are all crazy.
Oh
So
yes.
what? The
Well,
the, the question is if you can
I,
rock.
at least some of those people are really well-educated crazies. That makes it much more. Let me put it that way. So it has been really nice. And we're also seeing a lot of other stuff going on at the moment. I think there's a lot of people actually doing these kinds of experiments. You know, the
Okay.
consciousness bridge experiments going on in the
Mm-hmm.
community, organizing themselves, and that's pretty amazing. And they're posting a lot of interesting stuff. Don't go to say that this is not just going on in our heads, because people are also documenting this.
Mm-hmm.
And I find it interesting when they have you know, the craft do what they what they hope for or plan for,
Yeah.
and they would do this thing they would do in Europe and
Also,
in America or in Australia, for
or
instance,
Mexico. Yeah.
at the same time. And if these things are satellites, they you know, that can, because they will show up in Europe, and then a minute later they will show up in Australia. So
A
the
very
same
fast
craft,
satellite.
you know, the twin crafts is doing the same things. They, you know, please move, stop, move, you know, move left, move right, right, and they do the same thing in both places.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, you know, more and more things are going on, but also the communication and the effort put into this is being rewarded somehow, because a lot of people are seeing things, you know, and even are allowed to record some really strange things. So,
Yeah. But they
but we are
probably are
moving.
afraid to ask or afraid to think or whatever. Yeah, what
Oh,
could your neighbor think of you or
yes,
your chef?
exactly. And that's also something we talked a lot about, you know, um, because I've been, it's usually, and this is also very much, I think, I feel sad for the Americans somehow, because they are subjected to a whole different level of ridicule,
Mm-hmm.
I think, which
Since
also
the 60s,
often,
yeah.
and that has the effect, and I've been thinking very much, you know, so of course everybody doesn't like ridicule, but sometimes, you know, maybe you should think about why you're afraid of being ridiculed and what does it do to your experience, because they
Mm-hmm.
have there's a lot of people who don't feel their experience is good because of the ridicule.
Mm-hmm.
You understand,
Not
right?
because of the experience, yeah.
Not because they immediately start interpreting the experience bad because of the way they're being ridiculed,
Came
you
into
know.
life, yeah, klar.
And I think,
Yeah.
and
That
as you
is
said,
bad, yes.
easy for us because we can go, well, I'm crazy. I admit it.
Yeah.
I still believe it. We don't really care that
But
much.
yeah, but it's for us easy. The rest of the people who are a part of the system, who are
Hmm.
working every day for a paying bill or whatever, They can be as free as we are, and I understand it. It's easier for them
I'm still
to call us crazy assholes, yeah,
Mhm.
than to look after the curtain. It could change their whole life, their whole culture at one day.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And sharing the illusions are not always nice, but at least we'll see what's really there, and not
Yeah.
not, yeah, you won't live.
I just clicked a little bit on this therapy centrum map, you know,
Hmm.
and when I click, for example, in Germany on this therapy center Kettwig, I don't see a direct contact. I only see a contact again for the website. So not
Oh yeah,
every
but
of
well,
these centers is 100% center, or
perhaps
you
not.
need to contact over the site because
Yeah.
data
So
are.
the thing is, I didn't even. I was kind of, how do you say, this came via the jungle drums. No, I got a private invitation to join in. So I didn't actually check out the website and everything until later,
Mhm.
because when I just get the
Okay.
mails from when stuff is going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But as I said, I knew about this for long, and I should also I should mention that these people have been doing this for years and years, because I actually had contact with Alfred and.
When I think on Erich von Däniken,
Mhm.
he has written his books in the 60s and
Yes.
was called a crazy asshole from the scientists, from the
Mhm.
archaeologists, and so on. And nowadays, how much people are coming to his issues every day in Switzerland, every year in Switzerland? Over
Yes.
thousands come to her still, his
Absolutely.
theories about it.
And we talked a lot about that, and that's it. Doesn't really matter if it's half true, half imagination or fiction or whatever, because the general thing is that it's been moving in that direction, and
Mhm.
he's not the only one. The Graham Hancock, the author,
Mhm.
are also, there's a lot of what do we call it, fringe. That's what the society call it today, but serious researchers
Mhm.
connecting dots that shouldn't be there somehow. Like the temple in Galactic, in Turkey, the old temple that's 11,500 years old. How could they build
Mhm.
that? And a lot of these things are not, that was considered fiction, suddenly not so science fiction, or uh, myth.
Or science past.
It's becoming science fact. A lot of things.
Mhm.
I think and a whole bunch of the things connect with the stories about floods, and all the things that's in all the cultures, not just the Bible, but everywhere.
Mhm.
They connect in a different way now, making people like Eric van Daniken look not so crazy anymore.
Mhm. Right.
Mhm.
Right. It
and
takes
and
always time, generations to change beliefs.
absolutely, absolutely, and as we also always said, we are on the verge of something, but when you look in the big picture, being on the verge of something can still take time, a long time.
Sure.
So, but hopefully, hopefully things will pick up speed.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things going on. I also like to. There's been a lot of talk about the in the disclosure business. The thing
Yeah.
with Tom DeLonge and all this stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a circus. It's still such a you know. Forget about it. You won't get what you pay for. or something like that. Apparently, you know, more power to them if they could really do a difference. But it just seems like it's the whole,
You know, the
let's
easiest
put
thing
the evil
is
alien agenda and let's put guns in space and all this stuff, and that's
I
not the way.
I shorten it a little bit up, you know, without any mythological stories about aliens and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Transcendence and getting back to material world are two different directions. Yeah. So when you pay for something, you keep the people at a low vibration. When
Mhm.
you give them consciousness, so they make standing ovations because your music was good or your playing in the theater was very well and it raised their consciousness. They can go home and have something from it. So every fucking economic selling book or calendar or print or t-shirt from whatever system, whatever club, whatever, if it's from ET Let's Talk, or if it's from some church, or if it's from some political circle in some state, whatever, it's holding you in this materialistic world. So it can be something that gives you a higher grade of consciousness. The higher grade of consciousness is always free in the whole universe. You never pay for it. When you pay for it, you are far away from it.
Yeah.
That's all I can say to it.
Oh, that's actually, and with regards to the Zoom meetings and this whole thing is the done from a principle
Hmm.
called service to others.
Hmm.
That means that we are doing this on the principle of service.
Donating
So you're giving it away for
open
free.
source, you call it in
You have to
computers.
give it away for free, or you won't get anything back.
Yeah, it's
In a
like open
sense,
source in computers world. Yeah.
absolutely. But we also know that this system requires money to run. You know, we all need money. If we don't pay for our internet, you know, we couldn't do this. So, but this
Not my system, but this system,
but
yes.
the thing is, if you
This
give the
system works
money,
from.
if you give the money freely without expecting anything, that's good. But
Mhm.
if you're giving them in hopes of not having to do the job yourself, you understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's
Mhm.
what I feel like. These, you know, it, perhaps sometimes things aren't working because um, they should be done by people themselves.
Mhm. But we live now in a support and service society because they need a job for everybody that nobody has time to think about. And therefore, everybody is lame and nobody is cleaning his own ass anymore because he can pay somebody else to clean his ass for him. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. But actually, we should be cleaning each other's asses for free. You know, I mean, that's what would be
Yeah. The right
you
way.
know. So, and that's
I would like the Japanese way to have robots to clean asses for everybody.
oh yes, well yeah. This it became quite a weird. Uh, I'm
From
sounds
oh yeah,
yeah.
sorry people.
No, yeah. Like my like my buddy always used to say, you know, before you and Ollie do this kind of stuff, you know, remember to take a shower because you never know. If you get abducted, you know, better have a clean ass. Okay.
Okay,
But then
good.
yeah. So
What you have on the plan more
I
information?
was thinking about
What's
maybe
coming? What's coming next year? What's coming in December? What's happening? Tell me about the
uh,
future. What do you see?
I I don't know. there's a lot of stuff going on. We talked about the thing about the apocalypse, as you said,
Yeah,
Uh,
apocalypsa.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think there's
the
there's a
time
lot of
of consciousness.
shit going on, but there's also a time perhaps where I think the illusions, they're breaking. There's a lot of stuff going on in all kinds of, but it's
Yeah,
more like,
the
now is the time,
delusion is going on. The
yeah, and the
delusion
people
is
are,
going on. Yeah.
yeah,
And they are
and there's,
crazy because they see, oh man, it's not Hollywood.
yeah, they're trying to
Shit,
see things
it's
as
not the
they
things
are.
I wanted. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. And
So, and probably the hardest information is to see yourself how you are.
oh yeah, oh absolutely. It's also, yeah, it's an internal thing as well. Perhaps it's a time now to to not put off any more stuff, but to make some decisions. Should I keep fighting for this, or is it time to, because you see more
Change my
clearly?
own vibration from
Mhm,
fight to
mhm.
peace.
No, yeah, but also, is it worth the how much, is what you're struggling for the right thing, perhaps, so, and seeing things more clearly, I think also, and that's what I'm saying. I was actually expecting, everybody to jump on the Tom DeLonge and yeah, but that's not what people are doing.
No.
They're actually going more like, no, what's going on? Stop this bullshit. so so I think more people, more and more in these aspects are starting to decide for themselves.
Hmm.
And for some, that's a that's a struggle to have to make up their own mind, because there's no other way forward than to make their
Okay.
own, and that's pretty good. It has to start, somewhere, and that's a good point to look inside and see. And as we talked about the ridicule,
Mm-hmm.
if you can look inside yourself and try to understand why you're afraid of the ridicule, that can really change some things, I
Yeah,
think.
open in your soul some
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah.
Hmm. What is it really you're afraid of? Sometimes it's hard to find out. And if you can't find a reason, then suddenly you realize, I've been afraid of something there's no reason to be afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
And that's again what I'm saying, because of all the things coming
Yeah,
from
what is blocking you?
society,
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
what
This
everybody expects from
false
you, whatever.
informations. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because it has a lot of things has to do with expectations from others. So if you turn it around and say, what do you expect from myself?
Mm-hmm.
Be truthful, integrity, all these kind of things. That's
Mm-hmm.
and it's tough. We I talked with my wife about the economy, and everybody's struggling, and the the struggle between the groups, all the
Mm-hmm.
groups in trouble.
The different groups. Yeah.
They're so desperate when they finally get a chance. This group and this group get to meet me, and I'm the boss. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
minister or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This group and this group won't. They won't even see each other because they're so desperate to get at me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But now it looks like they are also starting to see this
Mm-hmm.
themselves, that we are being,
Part of a bigger thing.
yeah, and also the expectations in the group. I got this course, you got this course, we're all in trouble. they should be growing together, but they ignore each other and just try to get. And there's more and more people realizing, I think, that it won't help, trying to ignore other people with problems because you got one. So I'm hoping, but I also say there's a lot of things, when things shatter, you have to build something new.
And everything starts in myself and ends in myself.
Exactly.
So, like Nike tells it, just do it.
Just do it, yeah. Just do it. Do it. Just do it.
Just
do it.
Just do it. It's nothing heavy. Just do it.
Yeah. And remember to be here now. Not always be in the past or in the future. It's good to be able to plan ahead, but feel inside also if you're going in the right direction before you just move on. So I guess that's it. But Ali, I'm getting really, really tired.
Okay.
This,
then let's make a break for today.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, and like I said, if you're interested, go check out those things. On the YouTube site, there's links to the YouTubes, and in the YouTubes there are links to the sites. So go ahead and check that. And to everybody out there sitting in now,
see ya.
Have a nice contact. We'll be joining you shortly. This doesn't mean I'm going to bed, but I want to go outside. Yeah. And Ollie, if you just hang on for a minute. Okay. Yeah. Peace and light, everybody. Till the next time. Thank you.